That is good. That rug nearly came off.
Nice one in. It's Richard for the call in our opener.
So I'm on the quarter, and the runners are all set. 365 handicap, they all pop out of the stalls. Obvious slow starters. It's easier to stride Warhorse who crosses behind the field. So in the early stages, the blue and white hoops of Knightswood is amongst those prominent. The white cap of New London is handy closer to the running rail. Now this trip, we get to the turn relatively swiftly before heading up the straight mile, and out in the lead early on it's Knightswood. On the outside, white cap, white sheepskin noseband, Swilcan Bridge with Mashkur in white and red. One off the rail on the outside of New London, and then towards the wider outside we have Knowlton Cross in the pale blue and the lime green colours of Relam Inn, who's the widest of all. Yonophis in the yellow jacket tracks those with Phantom Flight's gold colours. The first colours of Godolphin are worn by Natural World. That's the blue cap and matching blue jacket with O'Herbert's Rain held up, in company as well with Schmilson and Warhorse, who was steadied at the start. So no speed records being broken here, just that steady gallop with Knightswood leading it from in second, Swilcan Bridge on the outside, Frankie Dettori and Hayley Turner. Passing the 5, New London just tracking on the running rail. White and red of Mashkur, reading out, pale blue of Knowlton Cross, Relam Inn, just having to, Relam Inn I think might be being pulled up here. Relam Inn, his rider, you can see he's just grabbed hold of the reins and he's being eased out of it, so hope he's okay, but Relam Inn eased down by his rider at the halfway stage. Yonophis is under the pump, trying to improve amongst horses is Phantom Flight as the pace is now lifting. And out on the lead, Swilcan Bridge for Hayley Turner has got there travelling well. This dash has begun with New London pulled off the rails to deliver a challenge. Still Frankie Dettori riding away on Knightswood. This little trio got a break on the wrist, so Swilcan Bridge quickened up the best. New London now has the leader in his sights. Behind these trying to stay on is Warhorse in company with Phantom Flight and Natural World, but it's New London who has now got through to lead and is a length or so clear. Swilcan Bridge running on late is Phantom Flight, but New London, the career very much back on track, is a well-backed winner of our first. New London for William Buick and Charlie Appleby, close for second, Swilcan Bridge and the running on. Phantom Flight back in fourth place was Natural World. Minimum of fuss for New London, good ride by Swilcan Bridge and Hayley Turner. Kicked off the front, got a little bit of a break. New London moved off the fence and readily reeled in Swilcan Bridge, who's involved in a photo for Phantom Flight, who's run well considering getting in a little bit of a state beforehand. I think it is in that order. Swilcan Bridge holding on from Phantom Flight, we'll see in a minute. Seems to be about a head or so between them. And yes, that still seems to be the case on our slow-mo. Natural World will come into shot fourth, and I suppose the disappointment for some of these was how quickly in the steadily run race those four were able to pull clear of the remainder. New London, he lost the Chester Bars, his career's back on track now. Better than handicaps to go.
And I think that's fair to say, isn't it, on this evidence, Leo, that this horse is deserving of stepping up back into the company that they thought he was worthy of when they went to Chester.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, the way races run sometimes, makes the connections think they want further or they want less, and sometimes that's not the case, and that's absolutely fine. That's what it's for, testing the waters. This obviously makes him 3 from 3 now over this 10 furlong trip. Travelled really well throughout the contest, kind of mid-div, got a lovely run into things. See Hayley there doing her very best, give Swilcan Bridge a lovely forward positive ride, but just not good enough. And Jason, I'll let you talk about the horse that finished third. He's run a real good race.
Yeah, he ran well. Look, he's gone in the gates. I suppose he's passed the first test. The winner, I'm just watching it back again now, and he just travelled into it so easy, didn't he? And he's a good bit better than this. I wonder whether he'll be straight back up in the pattern company.
He's up close with Paddy Power. He's 12s from 16s with Paddy Power for this legend. It'll be interesting to see whether William Buick, the winning rider, thinks he'll stay that trip, obviously, and thinks he's worthy of a crack at the final classic of the season. We'll get William's thoughts, I'm sure, in a moment, but it was a taking effort and his career is very much back on track, Sally Ann.
Just with William Buick, and well, that was an impressive run from him. He made up for the disappointing run in the Chester Vase when he was up in trip the last time.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, he's always been, since a 2-year-old, he only ran once and he won, and in the spring he won well under penalty at Newmarket in novice, and obviously, he's always had plenty of quality, so it's naturally to go for a derby trial, and he possibly just came a bit soon for him that time of year, and Charlie and the team have done a great job with him. He looks fantastic today, and what a lovely race to bring him back in. It's 1 1/4. He's going to get him 1 1/2. Beautiful ground. perfect to get a season going again.
He's quite a big horse. He probably did need a bit of extra time to develop. But he's getting quotes for the St. Leger. Do you think that could be a possibility for him?
Yeah, of course. I mean, he'll go to somewhere else between, maybe twice. I don't know, and we'll see then. It's just great to get him back like that. He was real smooth.
And you're in good form?
Yeah, thank you. No, look, privileged position. I'm getting plenty of good support, plenty of ammunition, and so we can keep doing the right things.
Well done, man.